Welcome to this Bridgewater Now update. I'm John Luck. The council met on April 24th and the public came out dressed in red to speak about the potential cut to the BR School District budget. School committee member Lillian Holbrook told the council some of the potential impacts this could have financially on the district and what it could mean to the students as well and what the schools would have to cut.
The lasting impact that it will have on the staff and most importantly the students in the district is my biggest concern. Uncertainty, stressful, frustrating, sad, and angry are but a few words that could describe the past 6 months. A first grade teaching position will be eliminated once the teacher retires at the end of the year. Textbooks, that budget line will be reduced. Computer hardware, that budget will be reduced, which means less Chromebooks are in the budget. Pre-purchase of supplies, that budget will be reduced.
At the end of the meeting, councilors said that the process the town is going through on the budget involves some tough decisions.
It's been alluded to, maybe it does come down to some pretty tough decisions for us to be able to get to a point where I don't think anyone in the town or the district is going to be happy. And that's probably not a good goal to have because I don't think it's attainable, but there may be some room for things to look at the town perspective that we may need to reconsider in order for us to allocate some funds.
We'll have much more from that meeting coming up on the Bridgewater Review, including the town receiving its FY17 audit.
We can hear the 911 calls as they come into the fire station, and you get a general sense of how the call's going to go. We had a feeling when we got into the ambulance that this was the real deal.
A Bridgewater woman went into labor on April 2nd, causing a family calling for an ambulance, sending 4 Bridgewater firefighters to the house. Now, after putting the mother-to-be Samantha Mason in the ambulance, the baby just couldn't wait to be born. It was born in the back of an ambulance off of Route 18. This past Tuesday, the new family visited the firefighters that delivered baby Isla.
Yeah, it's nice. A lot of times we don't get any follow-up with our patients. You know, we leave them at the emergency room and head back to Bridgewater, and that's the last we ever see of them. So it's nice. Thank you guys for coming in and sharing this experience with us.
We'll have more from our talk with the firefighters and the family coming up on Bridgewater Review, which comes out next week. Turning to weather, and during that interview in the fire station, we had the garage door open, letting in some of the nice air because it actually feels like spring. And we have spring this week, but next week we might actually have a taste of summer here. Jeff Fowler has more.
Well, John, congratulations to that family. Great story there. And yes, we do have some warmer weather to talk about at the end of our 5-day forecast. First, talk about the rain that came through here yesterday, dropping over 3 inches, as a matter of fact, down on the Cape. Barnstable coming in at 3.3 inches. Those the big winners down there. Mashpee just under 3 inches, 2.78. Bloomfield, Connecticut had just over 2 inches. Foxborough just under 2 inches. And here at Bridgewater BTV Studios, the official tally 1.66 inches. Of course, you can follow the BTV weather station over on our website. As we look at the radar this afternoon, we do see the next batch of rain already moving towards the southeastern part of the country, and that will be moving through downtown Atlanta, as a matter of fact. Metro Atlanta seeing some rainfall as we speak. That'll be making its way over towards 95 and slowly but surely on up the coastline, so that by the time we get to tomorrow, we will see low pressure now just south of New England and a front nearby. And I do think we do run the risk of some showers and even a few thunderstorms by tomorrow afternoon. It's a high impact forecast, but of course we do have the spring ball for Bridgewater State University tomorrow night. And hopefully they'll be able to sneak in some pictures in between the raindrops, but it does look like the trend here is for a wet forecast for your Friday night. That will start to clear out though as we get towards the weekend. So by Saturday, we'll see sunshine for most of the day and temperatures up near 70 degrees. Now, that second low pressure system will kind of make its way through here sometime later Saturday afternoon or as late as early Sunday morning. And it could bring a few raindrops with it. Will not be a washout by any stretch, and some of us may not even see it. But those who do may get wet for a couple of minutes here. Sunday afternoon, we should dry out again with highs in the mid-60s. Now, Monday will be a transition day. We'll start to see the wind shift. Remember, the waters are still kind of chilly out there in the ocean, though, so we will have a sea breeze to contend with. It could get a little cloudy by the afternoon and highs right around 60. Tuesday, we start to slowly climb, and by Wednesday, we'll see temps in the mid-70s.
Looking at your health today, nearly 400,000 people are impacted by multiple sclerosis, or MS, which is the leading cause of disability right here in the United States. There are now some new guidelines out that says most folks with MS should start taking medications sooner. Dr. Alexander Raygrant from the Cleveland Clinic says that the advancements in medications have made it possible to treat people at the first signs of MS.
The previous guideline we had was in 2002, and at that time we only had a small range of medications for people with MS. We now have 17 FDA-approved medicines, and so it's a much more complicated and exciting landscape.
MS is a chronic inflammatory condition that affects the central nervous system. It can cause symptoms such as muscle weakness, vision problems, emotional problems, as well as difficulties with coordination and thinking. Dr. Raygrant says this new research finds that starting an MS drug as early as possible can lead to better results. He says the new guidelines also call for more careful monitoring so that medication changes can be made if necessary. Damage to the central nervous system as a result of MS cannot be undone, but Dr. Raygrant says that by taking medications sooner rather than later, some folks may be able to slow the progression of the disease and make day-to-day life more manageable.
We know that we can't take away any injury that's occurred in the time during the disease, so the more we can be preventing things up front, the better we can do.
Dr. Raygrant says it's important for anyone with MS to talk to their doctors about the risks and benefits of MS medications before starting a treatment plan. Thank you for watching this Bridgewater Now update. I'm John Luck.